Hello, my friends. So today I want to tell you what I'd like to call the parable of the greedy monkey. And I got this story from a video that describes how African bushmen use this ancient technique to find water while they're out hunting in the wilderness. And what they would do is they would capture a baboon and feed it a bunch of salt to get it thirsty. And then they let the baboon go and follow it wherever it went, because surely it would go to its water source. Because if these baboons are living out in the wilderness, obviously they have water. So once it's so thirsty that it doesn't have any inhibitions anymore and it just runs right to the water, then you could follow it and get some fresh water yourself. But the real interesting thing about this story is how the African catches the monkey to begin with. How it is able to capture this baboon is first it finds the baboons, obviously, but then it finds a termite mound, and the guy, he digs a little hole with a stick into the side of the termite mound, and I mean a hole just small enough that the monkey can fit its little paw or hand, or whatever the technical term of a monkey appendage is, into the hole that it dug. And the African will like put some melon seeds or something into the hole, whatever, I forget exactly what it was, but something very enticing to the baboon. Puts it into the hole that it digs. So when the baboon comes along and it can smell the seeds, it sticks its little hand into the hole and grabs a handful of these seeds. And when it grabs the handful of the seeds, I mean, it can get its paw in going like this, but once it grabs the handful of seeds, now its hand is too big to pull back out of the hole. And it'll just sit there struggling, trying to pull its hand out, but it's not strong enough to do so. And so, I mean, all this monkey would have to do is drop the seeds, and then it could pull its hand back out again. But because this greedy monkey lacks that foresight, it sits there with the seeds in its hand, struggling, stuck in the side of the termite mound, and the bushman is able to come along and, you know, throw a rope around the monkey's neck, and now it's got himself a monkey. So the reason I'm telling you this story is that I think us Europeans are in very much the same situation as the greedy monkey. We essentially have our hands stuck in the side of this stupid termite mound because the smell of these melon seeds are too enticing for us to pass up. And by that I mean, by the smell of the melon seeds, what I mean are the comforts of modern civilization. I mean, the comforts of modern civilization are hard to pass up. You've got hot running water, and it's always under pressure. You could just open up a little knob and you get hot water. You can get cold water from the same nozzle, under pressure all the time. It goes into the sink, goes down the drain, and just leaves. That's something that, you know, people before the 20th century would have thought impossible. You have these toilets also that you could just sit down on, and you flush it, and the waste just goes right out, and you never have to think about it again. Same thing with trash. All of these things, electricity. You don't have to worry about staying warm in the winter because you have electricity in your house, or a gas heater in your house, or you don't have to worry about how you're going to cook your food because you have this nice stove and oven that you can use. If you get sick, you could just go to somebody who is appointed an expert, and that could probably actually help you, because medicine, as bad as a lot of certain practices are in the current medical field, as a lot of the practices that they do really do help. I mean, I had an ACL. I tore my ACL when I was 17, and I had a surgery to repair it, and now I can walk. I could not walk while my ACL was injured. And that's something that only modern civilization is able to offer to us. So it's a very, very tempting fruit for us to keep grasped within our fist, even though we know that by sitting there with our hand in the mound, that we're going to be enslaved to do somebody else's bidding. We're going to have some bushmen come by, some bushmen, I mean like some Steinman or some Cohen come by and put a noose around our necks and make us do something we don't want to do. Make us give up our resources or something by going and showing them where the water hole is or whatever. I mean, I'm stretching this metaphor significantly, you understand, but I think that there is still some validity to the use of this metaphor, because we do have the opportunity to go and live free. We can escape if we just let go of all of these modern benefits, all of these luxuries that we have access to. And we could survive without all of these luxuries. But it requires a little bit of faith to let the melon seeds go and leave the spot, even though you aren't sure where your next melon seeds are going to come from. You know, you're not sure if you're ever going to find melon seeds again. You still have to be able to have some faith and realize that your freedom is more important than those melon seeds. Your freedom is more important than the luxuries that are given to you. But that requires a huge leap of faith. And a lot of us, I think, for our whole lives will be stuck with our hands inside of the termite mound, hoping that we could pull out those seeds. But in reality, somebody will come along and put a noose around our necks and make us do something that we really don't want to do. So, thank you for watching.